coronavirus figures for the UK. There have been 2,193 new cases recorded in the most recent 24-hour period. 17 more deaths have been reported, which means the total number of people who've died within 28 days of a positive test now stands at 127,668. Another 209,284 people have received their first vaccination, and 428,041 received their second. In total, 55.4 million jabs have now been administered across the UK. Also this morning, Israeli planes have made renewed airstrikes in Gaza in the early hours of this morning, with Hamas militants firing rockets back. An Israeli strike on a house in Gaza City killed at least 7 Palestinians, the highest number of fatalities in a single hit so far. Meanwhile, Israel Defense Forces posted these pictures overnight, claiming rockets were being fired non-stop from Gaza. This, they said, was the result when a rocket hit the city of Ashdod. They warned the attack won't go unanswered. More than 9,000 Israeli troops now are amassed on the border with Gaza as international efforts to stop the conflict spreading across the region are stepped up. The Israel Defense Force claims more than 2,500 rockets have been fired towards Israel's commercial capital, Tel Aviv, killing 8 Israelis. Israel has launched extensive strikes claiming to be targeting a network of tunnels it says are being used by militants in Gaza. The Palestinian Authority says 11 people died in the West Bank yesterday, and the total number of people in Gaza is at least 132 since Monday. Across the country, clashes between Israeli Jews and Israeli Arabs have continued in several cities, including Jaffa and Lod. Mark Stone reports from the West Bank on an uprising that shows no sign of ending.
After the heaviest night of bombing this place has ever experienced, it is a wonder Jamalat Nasir is still here. The family house had only recently been built. It was home for the whole Nasir family. 30 of them lived here. Everything is still here, she says, all our new belongings, but now destroyed. What will we do now? This whole neighborhood has been destroyed, but they still look for what might be left. In a place where nowhere is safe, the hospitals give some cover. Many spent the night here, but are told they must leave. They're too busy with the injured. This woman asks why, again, this is happening to them. And then close by, more. The Israeli government says this level of destruction is necessary in the defense of the nation. 2,500 rockets have been fired from Gaza at Israeli communities since Monday night, more in a week than in years combined before. And the Israeli military has told Sky News that the purpose of all this is to destroy a network of tunnels, 1,000 kilometers of them, where militants hide with their weapons. The Prime Minister remains defiant.
We
are reaching out to them everywhere, to all these people, and we will continue to do so. They attacked us on our holiday. They attacked our capital. They sent missiles to our city. They are paying, and they will pay a heavy price for it. It's not over yet. We will do everything to restore security to our city and our citizens.
But in the other Palestinian enclave, the West Bank, we saw how this week has stirred something deep. With burning tires for cover and with rocks in slingshots, young Palestinians said they were defending their land. The Israeli soldiers hit back with live rounds and with tear gas dropped from a drone. Among the protesters here, a 27-year-old who didn't want to reveal his face.
First of all, I need to hide my face because of my mom. If she sees me, then she'll kill me, not the Israelis.
A lull in the clashes was a moment to hear his motivation.
People who live in Palestine know that Palestine is a big and a huge jail cell. Basically, we cannot move, we cannot do anything. So I think this is a normal reaction for all the suppression.
Can you go to Jerusalem?
And of course not. I've never been to Jerusalem, and it's my dream to go there.
Mustafa Barghouti is a former minister in the Palestinian Authority.
What you see here is unity between Palestinians in the West Bank, in Gaza Strip, in the diaspora, in Jordan, in Lebanon. Palestinians in Lebanon have been trying to enter the borders and come here. And what you also see here is unprecedented unity with Palestinians who live inside Israel in 1948 areas.
The drive to the other West Bank towns takes you past Jewish Israeli settlements, which have this year expanded at an unprecedented pace, and past Israel's security barrier, a wall and a fence, the length of the enclave. In Bethlehem, the Israeli military passed through the wall and fired tear gas at the protesters. But it is the clashes within mixed towns in Israel itself which has caused the most surprise. This is Kfar Kama in the Galilee. The Israeli military is stretched across the country. Back in Gaza, a United Nations school is another place they hope will provide some safety. But in such a densely packed place, with no way of leaving, this is Gaza today. Mark Stone, Sky News in Israel.